Okay, 1100 words you need to know. Week 15, day 4. Yes. Please.
Paragon.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who is perfect or extremely brave, good,
Mm-hmm.
or some good features like this.
Yes. We can say role model. Model of excellence. And, an epitome. See?
Epitome?
Yes. Epitome. EPITOME. Let me check it.
Epitome.
Yes. EPITOME. Means perfect example.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next.
A nomadic.
Mm-hmm.
It refers to the people who are nomads, and it means that they try to move or change their position from one place to another one. Asperity.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually when somebody is speaking with asperity, it means that he's talking to someone severely, and he or she is impatient somehow.
Yes, harshness of temper and acrimoniousness and severity or harshness in particularly, as you said, the way you speak to somebody else.
Yeah.
We have another noun which is alacrity. Do you know what it means?
Alacrity, avid? I don't know.
What did you say?
Avid.
Avid, yes. Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah, alacrity means avidly, with a lot of, let's say, passion and enthusiasm. So enthusiastically. Very good. When you do something with alacrity, it means you do it with passion.
Yeah.
Very good. So, next.
Epithet.
Right.
That refers to a word or phrase that describes someone, which is descriptive of something or something.
Yes. Descriptive name or label that you put on somebody or something. It's kind of adjective, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last word is controversial. Controversial. And it refers to, as an adjective, it refers to names or some ideas or plans or procedures which actually brings about, or let's say give rises to some
Disagreement.
disagreement.
And what is the noun form?
Controversial.
No. I'm sure you know that.
Controversy, yeah.
Yes, controversy. Yes, controversy.
Controversy.
Okay. So I just elicit words from you. Please. The
Sure.
text.
The effects of the Escobedo's decision. After Danny Escobedo's release from prison, hundreds of inmates began suits for their freedom on the grounds that their rights had been violated.
Okay. So the effects of the Escobedo decision. So after Danny Escobedo's release or freedom from prison, hundreds of inmates means prisoners, yes. Inmates began suits. Suit as a noun.
It refers to a problem or a complaint that a person or company brings to a court of law to
Yes.
evaluate himself.
A kind of prosecution. Okay, when you bring something, a case to the court of law for judgment and for their freedom on the grounds that means
Because of
yes, on the basis of let's say.
Yeah.
On the basis, ground here means premise, means basis or foundation. On the foundation that their rights had been violated. So they think that their rights had been disregarded or violated, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so please.
Each case was heard on its merits, and in numerous instances, people who had been convicted of serious offences were freed because of the newest standards established in the Escobedo case.
Standard. Each case was heard. Did you say heard? I don't know.
That's heard, yeah, heard.
Okay, very good.
But
each case was heard on its merits. On one's merits means?
Benefits, advantages.
No. Here it doesn't mean that. When something is done on its own merits, it means that it is done independently of others. It means actually it's not being compared with other issues. In this context, it refers to each special case or legal case after the, let's say, the case of Escobedo, you know. So, and in numerous instances, people who had been convicted or accused of serious offenses or crimes were freed or exempted because of the new standards established in the Escobedo case. Yeah, that was a good paragon, you know, for...
Hi.
After getting out, Danny was not a paragon of virtue, according to the police.
Yeah, he was not a paragon of virtue. Virtue means?
It refers to an acceptable level of goodness.
Yes. So he was not considered to be a role model for other people or for inmates, you know.
Yeah.
So it is intended to say that let's not magnify the case, so nothing has happened. You see?
It means that he deserved it to be a prisoner or inmate. Yeah?
Not deserving to be a prisoner, but actually he is not a role model either, so do not go to the extremes.
Yeah.
Okay, so according to the police, okay, please.
He led a nomadic existence, drifting from job to job, and was arrested frequently.
So he just led a fickle lifestyle. It means changing from one thing to another, not being stable, yeah, and somehow unpredictable. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
And with asperity, and a few choice epithets, Danny referred to police harassment.
Okay.
Harassment.
Yes, harassment. So with a few choice epithet, Danny referred to police harassment. So what does that part mean? He referred to police harassment.
And maybe he was harassed, or he was judged unfairly, or something like this.
Danny referred to police. You know, harassment is British, harassment is American pronunciation. So we have both pronunciations. So he maybe actually it could be interpreted in this way, that he was harassed, or he was somehow creating a lot of let's say worry for the police, because the police had to just chase him, to arrest him, and to just imprison him, and so he was somehow harassing the police.
Yeah.
Okay, it could be interpreted in this way. Anyway,
Okay, although the Escobedo case was a controversial one, most agree that it inspired better police training, better law enforcement procedures, and improved scientific crime detection.
exactly. Yeah. Because, they had to just reconsider some criteria, okay, in order to just arrest people. And then he was arrested, he was sentenced to some sort of imprisonment, but actually it was reconsidered and he was exempted, he was freed. Therefore, the procedure was not an accurate one.
Exactly.
Okay, wait a second.
Yes, number one. In the desert, nomadic tribes wander back and forth, enduring much privation.
Yes. Usually nomads actually move from one place to another, or wander, or roam. Even you can say roam, R-O-A-M, in the deserts, Nomadic tribes wander or roam, R-O-A-M, about, back and forth. Endure means?
Stand in stomach, tolerate.
Yes, very good. Much privation.
Yeah. Put with in. Do we have some phrases
Put up with.
Okay, put up with.
Yes, put up with. Privation.
Being deprived of something, for example, the necessary needs.
Exactly. Yes, being deprived of basic needs.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And sentence 2 by Ahmed.
Okay. The town planner looked upon their utopia as a paragon for other communities.
Okay. The town planners looked upon their utopia as a paragon for other communities. What is a utopia, Ahmed? Do you know?
Now I know the word, but I don't know.
Okay.
I listened before, but I.
All right. So town planners looked upon their utopia or perfect place, a place of perfection, which is usually imaginary, because we don't have a perfect place in the real world, as a paragon or perfect example for other communities, or a role model, so that actually other communities would imitate them or copy the principles in that town.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. All right, number 3, Sasan, please.
Number 3, some school principals attempt to repress the publication of controversial editorials.
Yes, some school principals means headmasters, headquarters, and deans, managers, attempt to repress means?
To put a damper on something or fighting.
Yeah. The publication of controversial editorial. Editorial as a noun means?
It refers to a piece of writing in the newspaper.
Explain about that piece of writing. Which piece of writing?
Is it about criticizing someone or something?
No, it's not intended to report or criticize. It's just a column from the editor-in-chief, the editorial. So a column that is available usually at the beginning of a newspaper or something, or magazine, in which the editorial or editor-in-chief just explains about something, irrespective of the content of the magazine. That refers to one person, the editor-in-chief.
Is it? Does it include any correction?
No, not specifically. Maybe actually it's like a certificate or overture or introduction of the magazine. Some extra information about the magazine, the editors, and their cast, or all the people who are involved.
Yeah.
You see, okay. The publication of controversial is, so they just censored it, perhaps, or They just concealed the truth. You see, the headquarters and headmasters. Okay, number 4, Ahmed.
We were amazed at the display of asperity from our normally phlegmatic neighbor.
Okay, very good. So we were amazed at the display of asperity from our normally phlegmatic neighbor. It was so amazing to us to see the let's say display or manifestation or objectification of asperity, or let's say violence to some extent, from a normally phlegmatic neighbor. Phlegmatic means calm, idle, and calm, serene, but actually he happened to be somehow acrimonious. Do you have any question, Ahmed?
No.
Okay.
I understand.
So it was unexpected of us to see that one of our calm neighbors actually acted in a very harsh way.
Harsh way.
Yeah, referring to as asperity.
Yeah.
Okay, Sasan?
Just a quick question. You
Sure.
said serene about
Yes. Yes, serene means calm, S-E-R-E-N-E, but usually it refers to non-human entities, but I just thought that it might be relevant.
Thank you.
Yeah, for example, if that situation or atmosphere is serene, it is tranquil, it is calm and
Peaceful, yeah.
yeah, peaceful. Exactly. Okay, number 5.
Number 5, a bitter quarrel was precipitated when both politicians hurled
Harold, yes.
vile epithets at each other.
Yes. Precipitated.
Hastened.
Yeah, I was talking about the pronunciation. I think you pronounced it in another way. Yes, a bitter quarrel was precipitated, means provoked or hastened, as you said, with when both politicians hurled or tossed or fling or let's say throw vile epithets. Means
Vile means horrible, and I think hurl here means that, for example, it doesn't mean that they threw something towards each other, and it means that they shouted at each other and said something towards each other.
Yes, definitely.
Offensive.
They attacked each other verbally.
Yeah.
Attacked each, but in isolation, hurl means to throw. Here, actually, as you said, it has been used figuratively, and it means they criticized each other verbally in the worst way.
Yeah.
And quarrel means
Quarrel means argument.
argument is.
Argument. Paragon. Model of excellence.
Okay, let's do it one by one, Sasan.
Nomadic refers to wandering.
Right.
Asperity. Harshness of temper.
Yes, harshness of temper, yes.
Epithet. Descriptive name.
Okay.
Controversial. Debatable.
Debatable, yes. Controversial, debatable. Okay, hold on.
The grapevine, a secret means of spreading information. The grapevine has it that Aaron will be elected president of the school's student council.
Right. So usually we say I heard it on the grapevine. You know, you can say I hear something, to hear something on the grapevine. It means to receive some pieces of information in from person to person. You know, it just circulates among people.
Is it, and does it have anything to do with overhearing or?
over here usually actually is used when you just hear something without having any particular intention.
Yeah.
You know, for example, some of your friends were talking about something perhaps actually secret, and you accidentally heard it.
Yeah.
So you overheard it. But here it is different. For example, somebody in one distant part of the world is doing something, and then actually it circulates around actually the entire population, and it receives you.